Today, the president bestowed the Medal of Honor upon an Army veteran for his courageous leadership during a day-long firefight in Afghanistan. President Obama, he presented the medal to former Staff Sergeant Clinton Romesha during a White House ceremony earlier today. The ceremony, it was attended by the military's top leaders and former Medal of Honor recipients. In bestowing the award, the president recounted the dramatic 2009 battle at an outpost in the mountains near the Pakistan border. It's a battle which cost 8 American lives.
Now, to truly understand the extraordinary actions for which Clint is being honored, you need to understand the almost unbelievable conditions under which he and B Troop served. Of all the outposts in Afghanistan, Keating was among the most remote. It sat at the bottom of a steep valley, surrounded by mountains, terrain that a later investigation said gave ideal cover for insurgents to attack. Cop Keating, the investigation found, was tactically indefensible. But that's what these soldiers were asked to do, defend the indefensible. These 53 Americans were surrounded by more than 300 Taliban fighters. What happened next has been described as one of the most intense battles of the entire war in Afghanistan. A rocket-propelled grenade exploded, sending shrapnel into his hip, his arm, and his neck. But he kept fighting, disregarding his own wounds and tending to an injured comrade instead. Then, over the radio, came words no soldier ever wants to hear. Enemy in the wire. One of them later compared it to the Alamo. Keating, it seemed, was going to be overrun, and that's when Clinton Romesha decided to retake that camp. Clint gathered up his guys, and they began to fight their way back, storming one building, then another, pushing the enemy back, having to actually shoot up at the enemy in the mountains above. And Clinton Romesha lives the soldier's creed: I will never leave a fallen comrade. So he and his team started charging as enemy fire poured down. And they kept charging, 50 meters, 80 meters, ultimately a 100-meter run through a hail of bullets. And they reached their fallen friends, and they brought them home. When I called Clint to tell him that he would receive this medal, he said he was honored, but he also said it wasn't just me out there, it was a team effort. And so today, we also honor this American team, including those who made the ultimate sacrifice. I leave you with the words of Clint himself. We weren't going to be beat that day, Clint said. You're not going to back down in the face of adversity like that.
Amazing story. We interviewed Jake Tapper, who chronicled what it was like at Camp Keating, and he talked about Mr. Romesha and others there. It was just, it's amazing what they went through. It's amazing how they stood shoulder to shoulder with each other, and Mr. Romesha, chief among them. So it's an unbelievable story and a well-deserved honor. We're going to be right back, everybody. Stay with us.